What's up, you guys? Chase the Dark Sager, and today we are back with another video. And this video is episode 3 of Collector Think Piece, a series that I really haven't touched on the channel like since last year. And I can literally say last year because it was about like maybe a year ago since I actually made the last episode. But in the Collector Think Piece series, it's basically just me going on a subject or talking about a subject. And you can see today's video subject is actually about the phases of collecting, or more so the phases I've went through with collecting. And if you guys know, if you've been following the channel since below 1,000 subscribers, which obviously a lot of you have not, because I have way more than 1,000 subscribers now, which I'm really thankful for y'all. Thank y'all for getting me where I'm at now. But you guys know that I have went through many phases of collecting on this channel. And honestly, you guys have probably thought the first thing I was collecting was Funko Pops. Well, actually, no. The first thing I was collecting, and the first thing this channel used to be, the Dark Sage channel itself, was video games. I used to want to be a gaming channel back when I was in middle school. This channel was actually created back in 2010, and I was definitely hitting high school. I wanted to do gaming videos. I remember doing video game videos on my touchscreen phone. That wasn't an iPhone, so you could guess what type of quality that bad boy was. That was a decade ago. I'm old. This channel essentially started off as a gaming channel, and obviously that didn't really work out for me. I did have a video that hit over 100,000 views, but it had way more dislikes than it did likes. I like to brag about that video because I was like a freshman in high school, and looking back at that video, I don't have it anymore, so don't try and look for it on the channel. It was not good. It was definitely not good, especially to today's standards. But like I said, the first thing I ever was collecting was video games, and I got out of video games only because I had to sell them all when I was in college, because certain life circumstances happened, and I had to put my life before my entertainment, so therefore I had to sell a lot of my games. But we're fast forwarding a little bit too much. Let's go ahead and go right after video games. What was I collecting right after video games? Well, Blu-rays. If you guys do not know, I have a massive Blu-ray collection. It's probably not massive to a lot of you guys who might have way more than me, but to me it's massive because it takes up a lot of room and it's heavy when you put them all in boxes. But I have a massive Blu-ray collection. I remember when me and my cousin used to go Blu-ray hunting back then. Oh, those are the days. We need to get back to that. We need to get back to that. But we used to collect Blu-rays, steelbooks, all those type of things, because I just love physical media. You guys can obviously tell, because if I really wanted to, I could read all the manga or watch all the anime I want on my actual computer. But no, I like to support the developers. I like to support the artists. I like to actually buy the physical thing. I like to have a piece of history in my hand. You get what I'm saying? So went from video games to collecting Blu-rays / steelbooks, which steelbooks are a different variant of a Blu-ray cover, and it's like a steel-like material for the Blu-ray cover itself. Never mind, you guys probably don't care, or the people who collect Blu-rays, you know what I'm talking about. But essentially, I went from video games to Blu-rays, and right after Blu-rays, I went to Funko Pops. Now, I've been collecting Funko Pops since 2015. Yeah, I was in the Funko Pop game since 2015, and it has been a long time. And I was collecting Pops for a total of 5 years, because if you guys did not know, I actually stopped collecting Pops in 2020. The last Pop I actually bought in 2020 was the Great Saiyaman, and I don't know when that one came out specifically, but my boy Jerry sent that to me. Had to snipe it. I had to get it. Thank you, Jerry. When it came to Funko Pops, I was collecting that since 2015, and I stopped in 2020 because I felt like the game was really oversaturated. In terms of collectors, the community was really turning me off. A lot of people were whiny. A lot of people were gatekeepers, and I understand some people want to hold certain things near and dear to their heart that they've been in longer than other people. But if you want something to succeed, you got to open it up to everybody. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of the collectors turned me off. A lot of the practices that Funko actually practiced turned me off. I didn't really like the business model that they were going for, because it was basically, screw the collector, let's make this more of a toy company. And I get it, it's a company, they want to make money, so I understand. I didn't like it though, so I dipped. And that's the great thing when it comes to collecting, I guess, is that everything is your choice. Everything is on you. If you don't want to collect something, don't buy it. Don't get it. Don't pay any attention to it. You don't have to complain about it every time something comes out that you don't like. You could literally just ignore it and get whatever else you do like. There's so many things out there. But needless to say, while I was collecting Funko Pops within that 5 years, I wasn't seriously collecting Funko Pops within that 5 years. I took a big break like within the middle, because I actually started getting into vinyl records, and wow. Whenever I get into collecting something, it just begins to cost thousands of dollars. I should have not gotten to that, because I love hip hop, I love R&B, I love all that type of music right there. So when I saw that I could get all this and I bought a record player too, I mean, where was I supposed to go from there? My cousin introduced that to me, and I love it. I want to still pick up a record here and there, but there's not really many records or many albums that I'm liking nowadays for me to really pick up a record for. But I got into vinyl records. I kind of stopped because I kind of got the grails that I wanted. So once I hit the pinnacle, or once I hit the peak of collecting, I kind of get bored. Like with Funko Pops, I got Planet Arlie of Vegeta while he was $1,000. like within my first 2 years of collecting Funko Pops. And I sold that bad boy for over $2,000 because I believe it's maybe worth now $6,000. I know Funko Pops raise in value, and some of you guys are probably gonna look at me as stupid, but why would I keep something in my collection that I wasn't treasuring? Because I sold it at the tail end in my Funko Pop collecting. This is when I started waning off my collection, went more into figures and anime. And with that being said, let's go ahead and continue with my phases of collecting. Now, like I said, we was on the Funko Pops. Vinyl Records was in the middle of the Funko Pop era, but then I got back on the Funko Pops. That's when I actually started making videos, and you guys saw the videos that you did now before I hit 1,000 subscribers and things like that. So Vinyl Records, Funko Pops, right at the Funko Pops, Droobs, my boy Droobs Vids, go ahead check him out. He's on YouTube as well. He's the one that got me into anime figures. He was telling me to stop collecting Funko Pops and start getting more into like Nendroids and figures, and man, he's a demon. He had me on demon time a lot because I started buying a whole bunch of figures, a whole bunch of Nendroids. I started getting into different type of figure lines and things like that. You guys probably seen all the figures on my channel, or all the figure reviews, like the Figuart Zeros, the Nendroids, the Banpressos, the Ichiban Kujis. It was just a whole bunch of figure content happening on the channel to where it was daily content at one point, and I love doing daily content on figures. But obviously after that, figures kind of died down, and if you guys not know, in 2021, I lost my job. So therefore I couldn't really buy stuff, but things started to work out. I started getting more into manga. Some packages I already had bought before I got laid off started coming in, and you guys were supporting the content so much and sharing it, and just boosted within the algorithm that people started to enjoy the manga content. And I enjoyed buying manga, and I always bought manga here and there, but I never really seriously bought it like I did last year. And last year was the boom for me for manga, and I had gotten a lot of manga that was super sold out easily. Like I was getting this type of stuff before I really got into manga. Like I got the Dragon Ball Z box set within like 2019, I think. Like this is at the beginning of you know what happening. I don't want to get demonetized, so you know what happened to the world essentially. But I got a lot of those box sets like really early on, especially the One Piece ones. I always got them when they went in stock or when I was able to get them. So I've been collecting manga in the background. I just never really put it as a forefront thing on my channel because I didn't think people ever wanted to see that. I never knew there was a niche or avenue for people who want to see other people buy manga or talk about manga and things like that. I thought it was weird. I thought I was the only one. You get what I'm saying? But I actually started doing that type of content, and you guys supported the heck out of it. And I gotta say, I highly appreciate what you guys did for me back then, because it really brought me to a new place. It made me appreciate manga a lot more, because these mangaka just make such great artwork, such great pieces of art. You get what I'm saying? Such great stories. And I feel like we take advantage of it a little bit by saying, you know, why is this volume $12, $15? If you think about all the work that they put into these manga volumes, you wouldn't really put a price on that. You get what I'm saying? But needless to say anything about that, I went from Funko Pops to anime figures, and from anime figures to manga. And manga, honestly, for me, manga is my baby. Manga is, it's right here for me. I am getting a little burnt out on making the content for manga, but I love manga. I love reading manga. Right now, I'm still going through Bleach, and it's a doozy. It's definitely a doozy, but I will say I am enjoying my time reading Bleach, and I'm going at my own pace, and I'm not rushing myself. But when it comes to manga, I just love collecting manga. Manga is so cheap, economical. You put it on the shelf, and it's one of the things I have in my collection that has the most use besides video games, because with video games, you go back, play it, replay it, do all that type of thing. With manga, you can take it off the shelf, read it. You can have someone else come over, read it. You could reread certain series, or you could watch an anime and read the manga to see the differences and things like that. So I really enjoy manga, but there's one more thing that I really haven't been talking about on the channel, but you probably seen it on twitch.tv/ChaserDarkSage, shameless plug, if you've been coming to the Twitch streams. And that's to say, I have been getting back into video games. It's like my collecting has made just a full circle. You get what I'm saying? It started off with video games. We're at manga now, but we getting back into the video games. You get what I'm saying? Like, look at this. I got my Switch on deck, because right after this, I'm playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. I really love it. I like the old school gen Pokemon. FYI, in case you guys want to know. But honestly, I've been getting back in the video game. Shout out to my boy Sue. He's been hooking me up with a lot of deals, and oh my gosh, video gaming, man, it just brings me back to my childhood, man. It brings me back to my roots, man. I'm gonna make this channel a gaming channel after all. My boy Jerry said that I gotta make this channel a gaming channel, because I've been playing way more video games. I've been reading manga, and it's true. Not the channel changing part. That's not true. true. Me playing video games way more than me reading manga, because with video games, it's just such a great interactive experience. You get to experience these new characters, these different stories, or you get to see a story being retold like the Dragon Ball Z games, but in a different way, in a more interactive way. And I just love video games, man. I've been getting way back into video games. I've honestly been buying more video games than manga. And you guys know that video games cost way more than manga. So I've been getting a lot of video games, but I've been getting my money's worth out of these video games because I've missed out on a lot within the past few years. Because the last few games I played within the last few years before I got back into my video game like essence was Red Dead Redemption 2 and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. You see what I'm saying? I really wasn't playing much. I played God of War, obviously, because I had to play God of War. But besides that, I really wasn't playing a lot of video games. So now that I'm back in this video game era, kind of, I've been playing a lot more video games like Ghost of Tsushima, Crash Bandicoot 4. I'm trying to think of other games, but it's just so many games I've been playing and buying that I can't even name them all. But yeah, basically, my collection, someone made like a full circle. It made like a 360. You get what I'm saying? Like the Xbox 360, get it? Because Xbox had a system named 360. I still gotta work on the corniness, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's about it for the video, guys. I want to know your guys' thoughts on phases of collecting, because I know a lot of you guys have probably been collecting manga, or you probably stopped collecting manga, got back into manga. I know you probably picked something up between then, or you probably don't collect manga. You probably collect anime figures or something, or you might just collect video games or anime Blu-rays. I don't know. You let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know where you started off collecting and what you're collecting now, or if you're gonna begin collecting something new. I know a lot of people collect a whole bunch of assortment of things like pins, keychains, stuffed plushies, things like that. Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd like to say thank you guys for watching. If you are new to the channel, you haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, post notification bell. I gotta say shout out to my Patreon pledgers for going ahead and financially supporting the channel. Guys, I highly appreciate what you guys are doing for me, financially donating on Patreon. And I gotta give a huge shout out to the YouTube members for also financially donating on the YouTube side of things as well. And you know, I gotta give a huge shout out to Broke Boy Gang. Yes, sir, Broke Boy Gang, we in here. Thank you for all the support and love that you guys have been giving me. You know I love you guys. Dark Sage kiss for you guys. But like I said, thank you guys for watching. Dark Sage out. Peace. Also, let me know if you like these collector think pieces. I could definitely come up with more topics. These are way easier to make and edit than a lot of my hauls and stuff like that. So let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Dark Sage out. Peace.